Sometimes I look out of the window at the house on the wooded hill opposite, shining, glistening, shining in the evening sun, and I think that would be perfect. Then I look at the painting on my desk of the farmhouse, my twice great-grandfather's farmhouse on the shore, a house and a tranquil idyll, and I want it more. That farmhouse on the West Manx shore. Think of the house I fell in love with in the valley, and the cabin in the woods which I have longed to build. Of the plans I made for what was unfairly called a Victorian orphanage. Somewhere for me, somewhere that's mine, somewhere I can call my own. A flat, a house, a cottage, a humble abode. Call it what you will, but most of all, somewhere to call my own. Why can't I have it? Why must I, through no choice, continually put blind faith into a rental system which proves itself time and over to be exploitative, parasitic, and cruel? Why must I, through no choice, pay monthly money to cunts who do not give a fucking monkey bollocks about my well-being or maintaining the property which they have been given the fortune to own? Why should I pay money to those who can afford 2, 3, 4 or more houses when I can barely afford to feed myself? Why should I pay some sanctimonious, self-absorbed narcissist who gets all up himself when you point out what a negligent, illegally acting twat he is? Someone who refuses repeatedly to accept that they have responsibilities by law. Why should I pay him money? Just to live in a freezing hole with broken windows, no hot water, rats, noisy neighbours. I've known so many. So many of that kind of that type of person. And I hate them. I hate all of them. Evil parasites, the corrupted, the slugs, the slumlords. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'm done. I've had enough. Been abused too many times. I do not want to deal with them anymore. I should not have to live like this. There's no cause, no just reason why anyone should have to live like this, to suffer this exploitation, this abuse. Shelter is a universal need, a basic right. So what if I opted out of this? Opted out of this system? What if I walked away, opted out, said, no, I'm not living like this anymore? What if I opted out and said, goodbye, I will not accept this scam anymore? But hey, opt out, don't pay, they will take your place away. They will get nasty and act like you've done them serious harm. Opt out and they will trample on your basic right to shelter. The only other way is the dream. The house on the wooded hill, the farm, the cabin. But not a chance, mate. Not a chance in hell. Even on a good salary, it would be years before that could be possible for someone like me. It would be years before I could even afford the cheapest, tiniest, nastiest, shittiest studio flat. Let alone the house on the wooded hill, or build the cabin or the Victorian orphanage. Because there is no property ladder. Not for me, not for most of my generation. Because it was taken away, lifted up into the sky, drifting off into space, unreachable. Getting further and further away each day. A ladder is not a ladder when you cannot reach it, when it is hanging 500 feet in the air above your head. And there is no way in hell you will ever be able to reach it. So what is there to do? I dreamed of marbles hanging from the ceiling, unreachable like that ladder 500 feet over my head, unreachable. I tried standing on a table, a chair, but I could not reach those marbles. So in the end I got a stick, a hook, and I swiped and swung for those marbles which hung from the ceiling, and they fell to the ground and I could reach them and pick them up, and they were mine. But there's no hook for the property ladder. No hook to bring it down. No hook to pull me up. Not just because the ladder is always rising, drifting off into space, further and further with each day, but because each time I try to fashion myself a hook, some arsehole comes along and it gets broken, wrecked, ruined, lying in pieces on the ground, and I have to start again because I lose everything. If shelter is a universal need, a basic need, should it not be right and just that I have a place I might want, might like, without being subject to the whims of the narcissist, the whims of the parasite? Should there not be a guarantee from somewhere of a property, a house, a place to call mine, to be mine forevermore? I don't ask for much. I know the house on the hill is too big for me. The farmhouse already belongs to somebody. All I ask is somewhere that's mine. Somewhere for me, even if it's small, even if it's just 2 rooms. But somewhere that's mine, a place to call my own, that's safe, secure and stable. I ask again, what is there that I can do? Opt out of the rotten system anyway? Go get a cardboard box and go live in the bins behind Morrison's? The place where I lost my virginity? No, I know how much hell that life is. I've been there before. It was Lidl, no Morrison's. But point is, I have been there before. I have been to the bottom and I would not go back. I have been there before thanks to a despicable evil parasite. One of too many which plague this city. Another of the many which plague this city. Of that plague on all our houses, the vile, the villainous, the exploitative, the slumlord. Should I demand it? Use that universal right. Demand what I am due. Demand my right to shelter. Say, haven't you made enough money from this place? Find a second home or a rental being sold and say, haven't you made enough money from this place? Why should you be allowed to profit and profit and profit again, and profit some more by selling it? When some of us have nothing, how is that fair? Should I just say, jog on? Jog on, you've already got a place, you've already got a house, 2, 3, 4 more. Why should you profit more when some of us have nothing and find ourselves abused by this rotten system again and again, time and over, time and over, time and over, time and over? If a man was dying of thirst, would you deny him water? If he was dying of starvation, would you deny him a slice of bread? Would you deny him air if he could not breathe? Yet, like shelter, these are basic universal needs. Food, air, water. To take them away, to deny them, is a crime. It is murder. It is manslaughter. It is torment. It is torture. How is this parasitic exploitation any different? Why should you get away with abusing people less fortunate than yourself, who cannot afford houses, who have no chance of affording houses when you have all of those? 2, 3, 4, God knows how many. Why should you get away with it? Why should we not have shelter? We who can only look out of the window at the house on the wooded hill and know it can never be ours. We who lose everything every time because of your greed, because of your torment, because of your cruelty and your neglect. It's time we eliminated once and for all, for everyone, this black stain, this cruel, unjust system, which leaves us at the mercy of the parasite, at the mercy of the narcissist. I say again that I don't ask for much. I ask only for what is mine by right. The home to call my own, the shelter, free from abuse and neglect and torment. You would not deny me the air I breathe, the glass of water, the slice of bread, so why deny me my right to shelter? Why deny me that other basic need? Even if it was the tiniest, shittiest studio flat, just a couple of rooms, at least it would be mine. Safe, secure, stable. It would be better than living like this. Suffering continual abuse, neglect, drifting from room to room, with no stability, no security, never knowing if I'll have a bed and a place to lay my head next week, let alone next month, next year. I could go through it all. The 20 seasons in hell. Blow by blow, abuse by abuse, neglect by neglect, torment by torment. I could tell you of the whole charade of misery which never seems to end. I could tell you of how I spent one Christmas alone, freezing, because the boiler was locked in another person's room and I had no way of reaching it. How one parasite entered my home and my room illegally, who hid and discarded my things and stole the fucking sitting room and got away with it. How I spent the first COVID lockdown being driven to madness by a moron who would not stop hitting the walls and who would not let me sleep, even though the landlady knew about it from the start, and who would not stop it. I could tell you the rats, the people who thought I had no right to be treated with even a basic decency or consideration. I could tell you of the evil, of the vindictive arsehole who is acting conspiratorially against me, who thinks it's alright to unprofessionally and aggressively lie to me and treat me like a piece of shit. Even though I know what is going on, even though I have called him out on it repeatedly. After all I've been through, after all the agonies, after all the Tartarus of torment, have I not earned somewhere to call mine? Somewhere to call my own? Even if it were not a universal right, do I not deserve it after all that? After everything I've been through? Have I not endured enough? Have I not endured this fucking rotten system long enough? No one should have to go through what I've been through. No one. And is it not time I had a proper home? Is it not time I had a place to call mine?